Шановні колеги, ми продовжуємо робочий день в Українському кризовому медіа-центрі. До слова запрошується речник міністерства.
Now the floor is given to Presidential Administration spokesman on ATO-related issues, Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Now, the information about the events in the ATO area during the last 24 hours. Along the front line, there is a de-escalation in Mariupol and Donetsk area. The number of armed provocations delivered by the enemy halved in comparison with the previous day, but in these days of de-escalation, Russian occupation continued to demonstrate hostile attitude and do not want to ensure full ceasefire. Also, heavy weapons are used in the main areas such as Avdiivka. Armed forces of Ukraine adhere to Minsk Accords and political agreements, but are ready to return fire if the enemy tries to escalate the conflict. Also, the militants do not meet requirements of the Minsk Accords, such as full and comprehensive ceasefire. Now, information about the main areas of armed provocations during the last 24 hours delivered by the enemy. In Lugansk area, the militants opened fire in the region of Popasna and Novozvanivka. The enemy used exclusively small arms, but at about 6 a.m. on the 25th of September, there were some shellings with the use of anti-tank weaponry in Popasna. The Donetsk area, the hottest areas of Avdiivka and Verkhnetoretska. And near Verkhnetoretska, they used small arms, and in Ukrainian positions near Avdiivka, the enemy launched 51 mine from the mortars of 82 and 120 millimeter of caliber. Also, the militants used grenade launchers and machine guns. And in other traditional areas of hostilities, this is parameters of Gorlovka, Svetlodarska, Balch, and the positions near Donetsk airport, there was ceasefire. In Mariupol area, during the previous weeks, we recorded the biggest number of armed provocations. Now, this indicator dropped to its minimum. The militants violated ceasefire only 3 times, and these were minor sporadic provocations near Marinka, Pavlopol, and Troitsky, and in all cases, the enemy used small arms. During the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed, but 2 were wounded in the course of the military actions near Avdiivka. Commanders of armed forces of Russian Federation continues to supply weaponry and military equipment for the needs of the militants. And they brought to Kharkiv 6 tanks with fuel and lubricants, 3 tanks T-80, 2 Tiger vehicles, and 2 communication vehicles, and also in the direction of Donetsk and Novorossiyevka, the movement of mixed columns of military equipment was observed, up to 50 units, including 3 multi-rocket launch systems. And according to Chief Intelligence Department of MOD, because of problems with military personnel number, commanders of Russian occupation forces together with FSB try to increase the number of the militants by forced and voluntary mobilization, and Russian law enforcers falsify the criminal offenses. And it is said that at the beginning of September in Rostovsk Oblast and Voronezhsk Oblast and also Krasnodarsk area, and also in the temporary occupied territories of Ukraine, the number of cases increased when the police officers planted guns to the detained, and they were forced to sign contracts to serve under the threat of criminal prosecutions. And during the last 24 hours in the Donetsk area, police officers confiscated from the population in Avdiivka They found dangerous freight 2 hand grenades and about 1,000 cartridges, and also in the village of Volnovakha region, the law enforcers deactivated wire traps in the building near school, and also they found 2 grenades in the garage of the Society of Blinds in Bakhmut city. And also the reservists have some training on the basis of 95th Detached Assault Brigade of paratroopers, and the servicemen of operative reserve will restore their military skills and will be trained in tactical firing, topography and airborne training. Also they will have familiarization parachute jump, and the final stage is technical training and also firing exercises. So this is all for now. Do you have questions? If there are no questions, thank you, everyone.
Ти ж сказав, що включи. Якщо не я тебе питаю, оце включай, ти кажеш так. Я це і робив. Звісно, я не заб'ю.